We are back. We are halfway through the Unseen Village. We also managed to talk to Jira, and he gave us a rundown on how he feels about things. And then we killed him. Not because I wanted to, but because I needed to be able to buy his dope-ass bell bottoms. Apple bottom jeans and boots with the fur. Painted with ash in a ceremony to ward off blood. Jura is known through his Jura is known through his contact with powder kegs, the heretics of the workshop. He is said to have been both uncommonly kind and dreadfully foolish. Jura felt defeated by the state of Old Yarnum and renounced his hunter vows. Oh snap, you get to keep the suspenders. You get to keep the suspenders with this chat. It's fantastic. I think somebody told me that last time, and I just forgot. All right, let's repair our. Oh wait, we need to be back on the hunt for Gehrman sightings. We've defeated Rom, which is a pretty important story development, so we need to be looking for Gehrman out here again. He might have something new to tell us. So the next thing that we are going to do before we finish Yahar'gul even, is we're gonna head off and
Welcome.
we're gonna talk to our homies at the church at Uden Chapel. We're gonna see how they're doing.
Good hunter. Your presence somehow soothes. I sense the ancient echoes. They course your veins.
That's also new, I think. I think that's post-ROM dialogue.
Good hunter. I sense the ancient echoes. They course your veins. Farewell, may you...
Yeah. So let's go back to the Cathedral Ward. Let's see how our homies are holding up after the Blood Moon. I have a feeling it won't be good. Yeah, Gehrman, the doll has some dialogue about Gehrman, and she's like, yeah, sometimes he just leaves.
Once the night of the hunt passed, give it a thought.
Nothing new from him. Hey, you don't look so hot.
Oh, there you are. Forgive me, I'm a bit out of sorts.
Notice how...
So, no blood today, I'm afraid.
I can't make my microphone work, and somebody's talking behind me, so I'm trying not to record that. Anyway, notice how when we talk to, what is your name, lady? I always forget your name. Ariana? Right? Notice how when we talk to Ariana, Adela over there no longer listens in.
Oh.
Now, if you have taken 3 blood vials from Ariana, at this point in the game, Adela goes absolutely ape shit and kills her, and then tries to kill you because of, like, she's like, why would you take that whore's blood and not mine?
There you are. You're home early, dear. Is anything the matter? You can always tell me. Mother will make everything better.
Nap, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Ashen Priator, Tukake, Nap, welcome back. Thanks for 21 months. I love the new tech emote. Dumpster Souls, hello. Pork Coffee, howdy. So yeah, now that the Blood Moon is out, all of our NPCs have gone crazy. They've all lost their damn minds. And the woman who hated us now thinks that we're her kid.
What's wrong? Anything you'd like to tell me?
I have my share of woes.
Oh, Molly. You poor thing. But don't you worry. This will help you forget. Forget your troubles. Forget your cares.
Obviously, it's like old school Victorian era, you know, people are affected by the moon. The full moon is scary. It makes people crazy. And in this game, the full moon has, like, come all the way down on top of the whole goddamn Earth. So these people are, like, all the way out of their entire damn minds. She gives us a sedative, and she's like, this'll help.
Your lies spin a web, but I see through your deceit. I did not learn from books. No. I learned it all with my own mind.
I don't know if he's crazy or not, to tell you the truth. He's always weird. Who knows? Space Chris, hello. Nap, I hope you had a good stream. I hope you had fun. And I appreciate the raid. Thank you very much. And chat, go give Nap a follow. Also, I got recommended a video on YouTube the other day, and it was hilarious. It was a video of Nap, and it was edited to look like Nap didn't see a difference between Ultra Greatsword attacks in Dark Souls 3. It was edited to make it look like Nap could not see a difference between horizontal and vertical swinging Ultra Greatswords in Dark Souls 3. And it was obviously not real. It was obviously edited, you know, to be a joke. And I laughed, and I was like, the internet is good. And then I read the comments on the YouTube channel, and everybody was like, what a casual, get good, giant dad lol. What rings you got? Keck W, spicy. And, I wanted to shove a hand grenade down my throat. I don't know what it is about the internet, but if you want to say like a joke or something silly, you have to play the theme song to South Park in its entirety, because that's the only way any of these like idiot people know it's time to have a joke. Is like you have to play like Family Guy's theme song or the South Park theme song in its entirety before a joke can be told. Because that's the only way that my brain knows how to prime itself for a humorous experience. It's not okay to joke unless Primus plays the South Park song for a minute and a half beforehand. Very ritualistic. This is a base game run, Ashen, but we started the game, we upgraded our Saw Cleaver to +6, we defeated Father Gascoigne, Bloodstarved Beast, and Amelia, and then immediately went to the Nightmare DLC and got the Holy Moonlight Sword. This is a challenge run that I like to do, where you go and you grab a weapon, and then you level up that weapon just enough. I'm sorry, you go and you level up your character only just enough to use that weapon, and then once you can use it, you have to beat the game with it. I just like doing it because the weapons in Bloodborne are very fun. So, we got a trophy there. We'll read it in a moment. Now, because our insight is so high, this dude's lantern can now shoot spells. I think it's 14 insight. Does that? Maybe 15, somewhere around there. And in typical From Software fashion, we get background music. So like on top of remember how I was in Byrgenwerth and we talked about like how like the wind howling and blowing really made it feel like you were somewhere you weren't supposed to be? Now we have that, plus that, like, Ash Lake soundtrack, where, like, now you really feel like you're somewhere different. We have found our way into the Upper Cathedral Ward, and the game tells us we have gained entry to the realm of the choir, the high stratum of the Healing Church. So this is the home of the choir, a group that we've heard quite a bit about, and they are sort of like de facto heads of the Healing Church. In my mind, when characters are like, the Healing Church will come save us, they're talking about the choir. It's like this is like that last holdout, that last bastion of like hope that members of the Healing Church have, is that the choir will like somehow figure out some way to like fix everything. And we have these gross little babies. They come here and they look in this direction over here. All of them focused over there. And if we follow the stairs, we can see that there's a way to get there. But they're not looking at the Celestial Emissaries, which would be right there. They're looking right here at the Grand Cathedral. The little babies can frenzy us. They're absolutely disgusting to look at, and they share more than a passing resemblance to an enemy that we're going to encounter momentarily. More frenzied cold blood, but no amygdala. So maybe something else around here is able to produce frenzy in blood. White coat church doctors. Brain suckers now. And choir garb. Attire of the choir. High-ranking members of the Healing Church. Members of the choir are both the highest-ranking clerics of the Healing Church and scholars who continue the work that began at Byrgenwerth. Together with the left-behind Great One, they look to the skies in search of astral signs that may lead them to the rediscovery of true greatness. So together with the left-behind Great One. In terms of absolute horror, this is, like, the best. This is as good as Bloodborne gets. Between the soundtrack and the layout and the fact that, like, this really feels like a place you're not supposed to be, and then you get this. Like, hey, what's on that lamp? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Double uh-oh. Ooh, I'm so lucky he didn't grab me. Jesus! The way the game starts to sound like you're underwater. Get thicker walls, idiot. This is a good place to come as quick as you can. The Bloodstone Shards are great. You can get twin Bloodstone Shards here. You can even get chunks here. And all that's fine and well and good and great. But what we really want more than anything is this Hunter badge over here. So, the best part of this to me is that, like, all of these people are like, oh, the choir will come and save us, but the choir is in complete disarray. It's literally just a bunch of crazy people spread out through Yharnam, and then on top of that, like, everybody else is either a brain sucker or a werewolf. Like, there is no one here who is able to help anyone. Not even themselves at this point. The entire, like, Yarnum infrastructure. Just completely garbage at this point. Now, the blue-eyed... Oh, snap. The blue-eyed werewolves... I used to think maybe, like, some sort of, like, elixir, or something had... We see werewolves get eye colors earlier in the game, too. If you'll remember in Old Yarnum, there was a, like a beast that wore a cloth over its head, and it would scream. And when it would scream, it would buff beasts nearby and change the eye color of the werewolves. We're gonna see something similar to that in a moment. I used to think that, like, the werewolf buff was maybe like some sort of, like, chemical or, you know, whatever. Come here, buddy. Hey, how are you? Good, I hope. But now I think it's something else, and I'll touch on it when we get to it. Well, that's not what I meant to do at all. The idea that it's like a blue elixir buff, I don't think like that's still a fine idea, I think, and it very well might be that. Like they've taken so much blue elixir to sort of like numb the pain of being beasts. Whether they numbed the pain in others or themselves, I don't know, but whatever. We'll get to that. That's one possibility. But there's another one that I would like to point out that I'm not sure everybody, is aware of. Oh, shit. Oh, God! Frick you, you frick! 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 Don't die! Don't die! Oh, thank God. Oh, it just barely survived. We got a blindfold cap, bunch of Madman's knowledge, some blue elixir, and a pearl slug. Yes, indeedy. Yeah, I managed to survive that. I'm not sure if it was because you don't actually, I don't think you actually start getting a flat defense buff until level 20. I don't know if we survived because of clockwise metamorphosis or if it was just lucky combination of armor. Or, yeah, like, just the hit points. Maybe just the hit points. Now, if you've got hit points, speaking of hit points, you can sort of manipulate Brainsucker AI a little bit. God damn it! This is what I get for trying to show something off. I didn't survive that time. I didn't mash the buttons hard enough. You gotta mash the buttons harder than that. We got our shortcut at least. Shut up and pick! Welcome back. Thanks for 5 months. I don't need hit points because I don't want to get hit. Yeah. I mean, if you simply don't get hit, you never need hit points. What happens if you don't have insight with Brainsuckers? I don't know. Probably nothing, right? Alright. Well, we got this shortcut at least. Better than nothing. The blindfold cap is attire of the choir. Members of the choir are the highest ranking clerics. We already read this, right? The eye covering indicates their debt to the teachings of Master Willem, even though their paths diverged. Alright, let's try this again. So essentially the AI manipulation is that if you turn your back, the brain suckers will run at you or like go for physical attacks. I'm not sure why that works. It works enough that it makes it a little easier. Hey, a madman's knowledge. Oh God! We got the orphanarium key. Key to the orphanarium. The orphanage, shadowed by the Grand Cathedral, was a place of scholarship and experimentation, where young orphans became potent, unseen thinkers for the Healing Church. The choir that would later split the Healing Church was a creation of the orphanage. The choir that would later split the Healing Church. Yeah, it definitely starts to feel like we had the schism in Bergenworth that resulted in the foundation of the Healing Church, and then on top of that, we also had a schism that led to... I love how they wanted to put torches in here, and then they decided against it, and then they just put these things up here. Or maybe they just wanted the light source, and they took the light source any way they could get it. Or maybe they just forgot to put the torches on a thing. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe they just forgot to put the torches there. Anyway, this fella here, this is the best fella. I love this fella. He's great. He died doing what he loved. There's actually, in case anyone's not heard me say this before, I'll say it again. There's actually probably a reason that corpse is doing that gesture. I'll come down the ladder when I'm ready. You mind your own business. There's a thing where somebody cooked up this, if you ever meet aliens, this is how you should communicate with them. And, like, obviously assuming there's no way to, like, communicate with them using, words or whatever, we're left with symbols. Ow. And the symbol of a triangle or a right angle indicates an understanding of mathematics and concepts that would, like, unmutable, unchangeable concepts. That would go, you know, like, beyond culture. Just absolute truths, objective measurable, quantifiable look, we have intelligence. We have no way of explaining to you that we have intelligence, but we have intelligence, and I'm showing you we have intelligence by showing you shapes and symbols and things that mean things regardless of what language we're speaking. So the idea that the make contact gesture is that angle actually has some basis in real life. So, the blue-eyed thing. I think that the blue-eye buff on the werewolves is a passive buff from the head celestial emissary, and I will show you exactly what I mean. So, the Celestial Emissary has, like, the big glowy blue eyes. Ow. And he also has an attack that you've probably... I mean, there's a chance you've never seen it, because why the hell would you? You can beat this boss in, like, 10 seconds. Ow. Do I need to hit him a few more times, maybe? Oof. There he goes. So he grows his little tentacles, and he can do a little Madonna Vogue dance. And the Madonna Vogue dance passes a buff onto the other Celestial Emissaries. There he goes. And now they're all buffed. Ow! 3 attacks. One, 2. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. And we have communion. A secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenworth. Several runes relate to blood, including communion, which raises the maximum number of blood vials one may carry. This rune represents the Healing Church and its ministers. Blood ministration is, of course, the pursuit of communion. Yeah, I mean, it's very easy to miss that little buff thing that he can do, because why the hell would you ever see it? You can absolutely smoke this boss in like 4 minutes, you know? Like who? You know, it's easier to kill him and not see it than it is to make the fight last long enough for him to do it. Yeah, so the whole point of the choir was to try and make contact with Great Ones, other Great Ones besides the one that the Healing Church had found. The one that was left behind. Ebrietas works with the choir. In a way, Ebrietas is almost similar to Seath in this regard as well, where Seath betrayed his own kind and worked with Gwyn to destroy the dragons. Or, you know, he worked with the gods, with all of them. The Witch, Nito, etc. Seath also, maybe he didn't betray their kind, but worked with the others. And they know that there's others out there. We just picked up a Call Beyond as well. A Call Beyond is a hunter's tool that says... It is one of the secret rites of the choir. Long ago, the Healing Church used phantasms to reach a lofty plane of darkness, but failed to make contact with the outer reaches of the cosmos. The rite failed to achieve its intended purpose, but instead created a small exploding star, now a powerful part of the choir's arsenal. At times, failure is the mother of invention. So yeah, the choir is taking, like, you know, you've got to imagine Yharnam has tons of orphans, right? Because all their parents are dying to plague or beast attacks, you know. And so what do they do with those orphans? They turn them into little aliens. And they use those aliens to try and reach things that exist in the cosmos. Would it work? It might, because based off what we know, all the Great Ones want a child, right? Because they can't have one. This is the Altar of Despair. And if we put the vampire queen, Annalise, if we put her queenly flesh on this altar, time will flow in reverse for this creature, and it resurrects her. The idea that there is a Rom-like thing sitting on the altar, I think I've come to believe that it's sitting there because... Remember, you cannot access this part of the game without the Blood Moon. I think it's here because they would like for Rom to come back and hide the Blood Moon again. I forget who I heard say that. It might have been JSF or Sinclair Lore. Somebody said that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a fantastic reasoning behind it. Do you think the female voice in this area is Ebrietas? I think it's the choir. They like singing. The game, also very sweet here. Gives us a nice look at Ebrietas before we have to fight her. She's weak to thrust. We can stick to her sides. Uh-oh. That charge is a nightmare. We can stick to her sides and poke at him. We can also bait out head attacks. And when she drops her head, we can thrust attack that. I'm in a precarious position here. Shit. Oof. Her little effect that she's put around herself there, it damages us if we stand too close to it. But if you stand too far away from it, you'll trigger her charge attack. Bit of a lose-lose. Her blood frenzies us. Look at that health. Oh, I hate you. That magic pixel, baby. It's alright. It's alright. We're gonna return to the Hunter's Dream. Now that we have the Cosmic Eye Watcher's badge, we can go to the Insight shop and we can purchase Beast Blood pellets. Yes, please. Now we don't have any insight, and now that we don't have any insight, we have a higher Beast Blood meter, which means we can build up even more damage. Alright, so the name of the lamp where we fought the Celestial Emissaries is the Lumen Flower Gardens. How did you not break that controller? Yeah, From Software games are what got me out of, like, the angry little boy behavior of like throwing my controller when I was mad. You know what I mean? Like, you'll throw a Super Nintendo controller at Mario Lost Levels, but you'll be damned if you're gonna throw a $100 PlayStation 5 controller. Yeah, I mean, even, you know, like, I wasn't gonna throw an Xbox controller at Dark Souls 1. So, thrust damage works really well here. Also, yeah, we can, like, stack up the Beast Blood. If you have a weapon with lightning on it, lightning does really good here. Oh, come on. Ebritus, daughter of the cosmos. Take a look at that. We got the Chalice of Ease. Acquire the great Chalice of Ease that seals the home of the cosmic kin. And then we got defeat Great One, Ebritus, daughter of the cosmos. So we can offer the flesh to the altar, and if we do, the time, you know, it says time flows in reverse for this creature, and then Annalise comes back, and then never acknowledges that she was dead. Alright, so we got a ton of blood echoes. What do we want to buy? Probably some sedatives. Give him a sedative! Sedative! We can now buy large shards. Twin bloodstone shards. We can now buy those. We can also buy the stake driver. Trick weapon fashioned by the workshop heretics, the powder kegs favored by retired hunter Jura. Stake driver, with its queerly complex design, violently drives thick stakes into the flesh of foes. The stake driver allows for high damage critical attacks, but is difficult to use and leaves its wielder wide open. But none of this should bother a mere powder keg. We can buy the cannon now, but we've already found one. We can also now buy the Rose Marinus, a special weapon used by the choir, high-ranking members of the Healing Church. Sprays a cloud of sacred mist created by using blood-imbued quicksilver bullets as a special medium. Arias are heard whenever sacred mist is seen, proving that the mist is a heavenly blessing. Oh, fair maiden, why is it that you weep? We would like one of those. I'll take one Rose Marinus, please. It wasn't until Dark Souls 3 that you could sell blood items for the price that they're actually worth. Which is a damn shame. Alright, I no longer have to give a shit about twin bloodstone shards now that I can buy them as much as I want. So, oh, we need blood echoes. So let's upgrade our guns. And let's check and see if Gehrman's here. See if we can get some. Hey, he's here. Maybe new dialogue.
Oh, Lawrence, Master Willem, somebody help me. Unshackle me, please. Anybody. I've had enough of this dream. The night blocks all sight. Oh, somebody, please.
If you've ever fought the Orphan of Kos and walked up on him, you might recognize that last little bit there.
Oh, Lawrence, Master Willem, somebody help me. Unshackle me, please. Anybody. I've had enough of this dream. The night blocks all sight. Oh, somebody, please.